Right, we need to look at the energy systems or the pathways involved in physical activity. Basically, we need to understand that ATP is a chemical that is vital for muscular contraction. If we don't have ATP, basically there can be no muscular contraction. It's a fairly complicated way that the body makes the ATP. We just need to understand that it can be made both aerobically and anaerobically, and that's what I'm going to go into in the next couple of minutes. Looking at the anaerobic ones first, and there's two, the ATP-PC system and the lactic acid system. Let's look at the ATP-CP system. This one basically only lasts for up to 10 to 20 seconds at the most. It uses creatine phosphate, which is already stored in the muscles. It's like imagining you have little Mars bars in the muscles, and once they're broken down, they can't be replaced quickly. Sprinters are a good example of this, anything, as I said, that lasts up to about 10 seconds. You need to rest and recover to build up your ATP PC system. Can take up to a couple of minutes. The lactic acid system can last up to 30 seconds over to 3 or 4 minutes. This basically, again, is anaerobic, meaning without oxygen, and breaks down the glycogen that's stored in the muscles. Glycogen obviously is a form of sugar or carbohydrate stored in the muscle. Byproduct of this, however, is lactic acid is built up in the muscle, and it causes excessive muscle fatigue. Basically, lactic acid is a poison, so it feels like that muscle cramp. I'm sure you've all run a 400 meters and felt that burning sensation in your muscles. The final energy system we're looking at is an aerobic system, and this means using oxygen. This supplies an unlimited amount of energy. It's just efficient. It basically can last for an extended period of time, used in triathlons, marathons, basically anything above that 3 minutes and above. Basically a summary of the energy systems. It's also important to note that some of these systems overlap. For example, the ATP system and the lactic acid system may overlap in an extended event, just like in the aerobic system you may be 3 minutes, 10 minutes or even 15 minutes into a run and suddenly have to go uphill and your oxygen demand can't meet your demand for that energy, so it flicks back over to the lactic acid or even the CP system. So basically, you're burning fat or the glycogen stored, the carbohydrates and the fat stored in the body. That's why aerobic exercise basically is good for fat reduction within the body. Any continuous training. When we're looking at the exercise intensity or the energy system used, we're looking at our intensity of our heart rate. And to find that, we need to find our maximum heart rate. So basically this is 220 minus your age. Heart rate or target heart rates are important in measuring your fitness levels, also targeting your energy levels. So basically, if your maximum heart rate is above 95%, you're in the anaerobic system. 60 to 80% for aerobic energy training is the recommended amount for a minimum of up to 20 minutes. Here's an example of a maximum heart rate. So hopefully this was a basic introduction to those energy systems and how you target them.